the wood fences that I've been making. I got them all painted, so now I can surround the church with them. These here, I also 3D print and make them, and also sell them on in my store. I also make the picket fences just like this here. So these ones here I'm going to use around the front of my church. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get them all laid out, and I'm going to give them a quick spray with a black paint. And I'm probably going to need more, so I'll probably have to print off a few extra. But give them all just a quick spray. So I'll have to do this in a couple of different coats, because I'll have to get the front and the back. Hi everyone, Phil from Phil's Train Layout. So I'm just going to continue on with where I left off in the last video. If you remember, we did a bunch of the ground cover in here to start it all off, and now I have all of the 8-foot wood fences painted, and I also have the picket fences all painted up and ready to go. And we're just gonna place them around the layout, or just around the church area here. And then got a bunch of these little trees that I had found at Michael's. They weren't too bad. It's like $5 for 2 trees. So I figured some of these trees, you know, along the edge and maybe a little bit over in this area might work out pretty good. And I have a couple other small assorted trees we can also put in there, and then we'll blend it all together and get some big bushes up against the fence line and see if we can get this little church area to get a little bit more life to it, so to speak. Okay, so all I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to take just my regular white glue, and I'm just going to put a bead of glue all along the area where I actually want the fence to go. So each one of the little fences, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start them in the corner here, and because I have the little posts on the end, I can stick them in where I wanted them to go, and then right into that glue if it wants to stick in today. Say that, and then I'm going to want to glue each of those to each other. So along the one side, I'm going to put, well, I guess I should probably decide which way I want the fence to go. And maybe I'd want the nice side facing in. Yeah, I think that would look better. With it's 2 different sides. There's the inside that has all the paneling and wood supports, and the other side is just the panels. So I think I'll put the wood panels to the inside, make it look nicer in the church. So all I do is I take, I'm using Gorilla Super Glue. Just want to put a little bead, if I can get it started. Right along the edge. And that way when I put it together with the next fence, they will glue each other together. So I'm going to continue along this way here, and I'm just going to do a little bit more, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the progress. So I'm back again. Just wanted to show you some of the updates of how I've been making out on this. So I have all the 8-foot wood fences all the way around here and coming down the part here. And now I'm starting to put in the picket fences that I printed off, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have enough picket fences for what I was planning on doing. So again, it's similar to what I was doing with the fences. Just put a bead of glue down, and then I can just push the fence with the little posts right into the glue and continue working my way down. Just put a little bit of crazy glue on the end here. Just like that. Pretty simple. So, but it does take a little bit of time. So I'll continue on with this, and I'm just going to put a little bit more picket fence down the side here, and probably right down the side of the parking lot over on this side, and then I'll come back and give you a view of the completed fences. Okay, so I have all of the fencing done, all the picket fence. I'll have to come back in with a paintbrush and just touch up some of the seams just from where the crazy glue was, but you know, a little bit of weathering in there, that'll be okay anyway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go around. What I've done is I've wet it down with my my water and then dish soap mixture just to wet it down, and then I've used my 50/50 glue mix and just sprayed it down so that everything will dry and cure into place. So I'm just going to run around now, and I'm going to add a bunch of trees just outside the fence in some of these areas. And another tree will be right there. So I have a few different varieties of trees. We have to trim this one just a little bit just because it's in the way of the fence, because I want it a little closer to the fence. Just like that. You have to snip that one just a little bit as well. I want to tuck it right in there. So, I don't know if we want a couple of tree in with the yard or not. That was a little big. But I'm going to go right over in here. Then we'll put another one of these ones right in that spot right there. So, I have another one of these little trees. I'll snip it out a little bit too, because I want it nice and close to the fence. Just like that. Then, a couple more. Trees. You know, they're actually not that bad looking trees for Michaels. I can't remember what scale they said they were. They don't really say on the package, but you know, nice little redwoods. Bend the platform, the base just a little bit, because I have a little bit of a hill back here. So maybe put another one right in there, and maybe another one right there, right beside that one. Oh, snip him just a little bit too. And I snipped the wrong side. So I'll bend that platform just back the other way a little bit. Sit right there. Add a little bit more glue in there just to make sure it sticks down. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little messy, but I know I had more trees somewhere, but Oh, there they are over there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I ran over and I grabbed some of these trees here. I think I got these off of one of those Chinese sites. They came from China. Just a bunch of little trees. Figure I'll put a few of them inside the church just to make it look nice in there. And what I did is I put a big bead of glue along the outside here, and we'll just stick some bushes in there up against the fence. And we'll just go along, because the outside of the fence here, you know, it's on the other side of a fence, it's never ever maintained. So I've got a few different colors here. Put a nice big bush between those two trees. So let's move on to some of these trees. Set the church in place about where it should be. Just like that. And then a few random trees around the side of the church. Should probably poke the holes first. There's also with the church, I want to put a little pathway right there, just a little soft walkway going to the church steps. So I can cut out a little piece of plastic card, put it in there for that. So I think I'll put a couple more trees, a couple of these little bush trees along here. Maybe some couple purple ones with the yellow one in the middle. So I'll just give it another quick little treat of water mix. And all these bushes that are out here, give them a good soak as well, just to make sure that they're not going anywhere. All right, so I think that's everything that I am going to do for this today. And I'll give you a couple shots. I'll pan the camera around here so that you can have a quick see of what I've done. And that's all I'm going to do for today. Hi everyone, Phil from Phil's Train Layout. I just want to thank everyone for coming on this journey with me, with all the different changes and modifications that I've made to my layout. There's probably more to come. A layout is never finished. So if you want to become a subscriber, you just hit this little icon down in the corner, and the subscription is free. There is no obligations, no anything. There's no hidden fees, nothing else. It is completely free. It's just to follow us on our adventures of building a model layout. As a YouTuber myself, and many other YouTubers that document and talk about their train layouts, it's all the same. We all do this for the enjoyment of the hobby, and we want to share it with you. So hit that little subscription button in the corner, hit that little bell icon. That'll give you a notification every time I post a new video. And if you want to watch more videos, I have a video up here, a video down here. Take care, stay safe.